And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejean. This week, I'm joined on episode 84 by special guest comedian Jordan MacDonald. Thanks for joining the podcast,
What up?
bro.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Of course, dude. It's been a
dope
long
to
time
be here.
coming. Yeah, if you guys don't know Jordan, he's another local Austin comedian, super funny guy. You can see him all around town. Go check him out. Go do all
Out
that
here
stuff.
getting these reps every night of
Yeah.
the week.
Yeah, dude, there's some good spots to hit tonight. Thursday's a good
Yeah,
a good little night.
Thursday can be popping. I'm waiting for the free beer mic to come back, though.
Yeah,
'cause
that
that's
place. I got a shot. Yeah, that is one of the coolest things in Austin. There was, for people who don't know, there was a mic on Thursday nights that you would sign up for in advance. So it was almost like a booked open mic show. 20 comedians, and it was at a vegan food truck park, which describing it like that sounds like the worst venue
it sounds
possible.
like the worst type of audience, the worst type of pretentious, stuck up people that would be there. But every single time, fire audience.
Dude, the
no
best
what.
crowd, whether it's packed out or just a few people, they're so into it, so not offended by anything. It was one of the best mics in town.
They're bringing it back.
Yeah.
I believe that they found a spot in East Austin,
Like a big food truck.
Yeah, another
park.
food truck park. I saw them building a stage on there. So
Yeah.
Jubilar and what's the other dude's name? I can't
God,
remember his
dude,
name.
I feel so bad.
I feel so bad because he's a great dude.
Yeah,
man.
sorry, dude. Well, fuck, I can't think of it, but I know I can picture his face and everything.
Yeah, he has the tattoos in the hair and can't think.
His
name is like right on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, we'll think of it. We'll come back to it.
Come back to it. Great dudes though.
Dude, I wanted to talk to you on your Instagram. It says Jordan the Unicorn. Where did the unicorn thing come from? What's the origin story?
All right, so the origin story. I used to make music out here in Central Texas and San Marcos, and Austin with some homies. And I remember I was sitting with one of my music homies one night, and he was thinking of like something to come up with this name for a project that he was working on. And I said, bro, use the name Death Unicorn. It just popped into my head. I said, use the name Death Unicorn. And he never used it, and I was thinking about it, and I said, hey, can I have like the Death Unicorn thing back? And it actually is an acronym. So Death Unicorn was a mixtape that I made, and I did like a whole art show off of it, and it was an acronym that stood for Dear Earthlings, Arm the Harmless Unicorn.
Oh shit! Okay,
right?
Yeah.
So that's what that started as, and then the unicorn theme just stuck with me. This was probably 2014, 2015, right? The unicorn thing just stuck with me. And so then I remember I moved to Austin in 2016. I was sleeping on the floor of my sister's apartment. She was in college at UT. Yeah. And I wrote down unicorn over and over, and then I wrote it down as an acronym, and I was like, I feel like there's something here. Yeah. And I came up with the acronym uniquely never imitating extra or redundant nonsense.
Okay. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what it stands for, because when you see a unicorn, you're just like, yo, that's a unicorn.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you're not like, yo, that unicorn looks like this unicorn over here, or that unicorn is doing what these horses are doing over here, or whatever. You just see a unicorn, and that is just what it is.
Damn. Okay.
They're always unique. No, even if there were like 2 or 3 unicorns together, which would be rare, but you know, if there were 2 or 3 unicorns together, they would all be unique. You would be like, yo, those are 3.
Yeah, okay, that's wild. Cool. Yeah. I didn't think of it like, I mean, I definitely, when I heard it, I was like, you know, unicorns are like one of a kind, rare. Yeah. I kind of took it as just, it's you just saying like you're different, you're rare.
Yeah,
like
well,
that,
it's really like it's a lifestyle thing.
I like that though.
You know, it's a legit, like, I lead my life with like unicorn energy. You know what I'm saying? Like with the acronym uniquely never imitating extra redundant nonsense, it pretty much means there's no need to emulate anybody else or try to be like anybody else, and not to do the same nonsense that everybody else is doing, especially in media and art and stuff.
Yeah, and art, it's so important to like make your own path, not follow
and so many people
same.
Regurgitate everything that's already like been done or said. Yeah. And people take people's styles, and people, you know, ride waves of whatever becomes viral or whatever becomes popular with, you know, the majority, the masses of people. And all that stuff is lame to me, honestly. So it's like, yo, lead with unicorn energy. I'm always going to be me no matter what. If I think it's cool, nobody else does, I still think it's cool. I'm fine with it. You know, I'm cool with myself. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, it's all about, and everybody, like anybody can be a unicorn. If you're doing your own thing and you're not like trying to, oh, I want to be like this person, or oh, I want to be, you know, compared to this artist or whatever, like you're a unicorn out here. You know
Dude,
what I'm saying?
I like that a lot.
Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you.
Because I also, another thing I had down is I've noticed just from like your stories and stuff is you're like into spiritual stuff. And when I say that, I mean like I've seen like you had some crystals, you burn like incense and stuff like that. I'm super curious about that. Like I wanted to talk to you more because I think it's cool. I just know like nothing about it. So how'd you get into that? Like how'd you get into it?
So my mom is sort of a hippie or whatever, and man, since I was 5 or 6, I've always had crystals. Like I've just my mom just always had given them to me. I remember we found this giant natural quartz crystal in our backyard one time. Yeah, it was probably, honestly, like today, if you saw it at a crystal shop, it would sell easily for like $350. Damn, like it was huge. Yeah, it was huge and solid. And so I've always just been into crystals and stuff. And when I was like 18 to like going into my 20s and stuff, I started just reading a lot about different types of crystals and different like spiritual practices like Taoism and Buddhism, and I got into like shamanism, all different types of spiritual practices. Yeah. From knowledge that's this esoteric knowledge that's from thousands of years ago, and seeing what they were doing, because I mean back then, before we had all these buildings and shit and all like these crazy cars and all this exhaust going into the atmosphere and stuff, like people were surviving and thriving. Just basic lives. Just basic lives without electricity at all, and just like nature and stuff. And so I've never really been that religious. I've studied and read about different religions just because I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by stuff, and I like to understand like, oh, so this is why these group of people think like this, or this is why you would believe this because you follow this certain religion. So I'm always open to reading and learning about different religions, but I just don't feel like I could choose one myself. But I know that stones and crystals have been around since forever. We're on a giant ass crystal.
Yeah, it's just basically a big ass rock.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, and I know that, different cultures of people from thousands of years ago were burning herbs. We're brewing fresh teas with herbs and stuff. And so I'm like, okay, it makes more sense for me to connect to that, because and people always talk about like, oh, your ancestors and stuff, and that would, to me, is like, oh, this is how it would be more connected to an ancestral energy. If I'm like, cleansing like my area with like sage or juniper or something, you know what I'm saying, to just clean the energy I can't necessarily see with my physical eye, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Because man, you got to keep your energy like fresh and clean, bro, because there's energy vampires out here, and people really like thrive off of like just leeching and stuff.
I hate the fake energy where I call those people like chameleons. The person who they're gonna come up and like the way they'll talk to me is different the way they'll talk to you, and and obviously, of course, like you have different.
You have to code switch
friendship, but like they'll do it so crazy with the code switching. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's almost as if like, yo, I don't like to question people's authenticity.
Yeah.
Like of course. That's just, and I can always tell if people are faking the funk. Like you can, you can usually tell, because especially if you're like coming in with, yo, I have like, I'm good with myself. I'm not looking for anything from anybody. Yeah. I'm just here to be or whatever, and cool. The people around here are cool, good energy. They're just here to be and grow and do whatever. But then you can always tell the people that are just kind of like, you're not really like this right now, or you're not really talking to me what you're thinking or something. Yeah, right, well, you have ulterior motives, and
it's the fake energy that I don't appreciate. If your thing is that you're just like peppy and you code switch to like get along with everyone because you're friendly, I don't knock you for that. It's the guy that it's like, there's this thing in comedy, like in comedy, if you bomb, no one wants to be your friend. But when you don't bomb, everyone wants to come up to you and be your friend. And sometimes that's when you see the most disingenuous, where you're like, oh, like you weren't cool to me, but now that I'm funny, like it's only when people, it's when you can see that they want something, or they look at you as like you're useful to them.
And it's so like, that's so goofy to me in comedy. Because it's like, yo, comedy's so subjective, and there's not any right way or wrong way to do this at all.
100%. You gotta just be funny.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, dude. It's just up there. We literally sit in our rooms, write some shit that makes you in your head laugh, and then go, I hope these strangers laugh at it too.
Exactly, bro.
It's insane.
I'll be in the shower thinking something, be like, yo, I hope I don't forget this before I get out.
Yeah.
Or when I get out and put it in my phone, because I write in my phone.
Yeah.
And I'll be driving. It's a dangerous way to write. I'll be
just putting your life at risk for dick jokes.
And be like, yo, I got to get these jokes down because I'm going to forget them all
Yeah.
the time. Like, I remember one time I was driving to the promo room. I wrote like 7 jokes on the way there. I come from South Austin.
That's a mob up to the domain. That's
exactly,
not safe.
bro. I was out here.
We're risking our life out here to make you guys fucking laugh. You're welcome.
they don't know like what we go through
bro.
Just for these.
We're all gonna get
giggles.
Hypothermia tonight. It's cold as shit.
It's cold
out.
as shit. I took a break last night. The rain. I was like, you know what,
dude.
Let me chill.
I don't want to get. We'll get Inside Austin Comedy. There were some great mics last night. It was like the rain drove everyone to inside events. But I want to hit you with one of the Would You Rathers because it's kind of on topic here. Would you rather? Where is the one that I'm looking for? Oh, there it is. Would you rather only eat food that is partially frozen or food that is always extremely hot? So it like and with this stipulate, because all these Would You Rathers, you can find loopholes if you want to, but in these stipulations, the hot never cools down and the frozen never thaws out. You can't just like wait to eat the shit.
Oh,
I'm going with hot.
I'm gonna go with hot because I feel like I would adjust to it.
That's what I'm thinking.
And
Your tongue's gonna eventually, bro, you're just gonna have like a thick, like horse skin tongue, like, and you'll be like, yo,
this shit is fire.
Yeah, crocodile
so
tongue.
Delicious.
And it's good, and it'll be better because, dude, nothing's worse.
And cold, you're gonna be cold. And be like,
I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
like I'm always eating cold stuff, and now I'm like always shivering.
Fuck that.
No, that would be terrible.
Biting into something that's not cooked all the way is so much more disappointing than being like, oh, this is hot.
Because you can still like you can do
that. Yeah.
Try to get that airflow in to cool it down.
Because let's be real, I'm only ever eating something that hot if it's that good. And so, it's like,
true facts.
If you're eating that, I don't know. It's something about the cold food.
Yeah, if you choose the cold one, you're a psycho.
Okay, because I get these from Reddit. And so I've started getting
who chooses the cold?
Only 11%.
You can find some wild things in Reddit. I read this one thing that cracked me up on Reddit. I don't know why this was so funny to me, but there was a whole debate over melts and grilled cheeses.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, if you put anything on bread other than cheese and bread, it's a melt. And you grill it, it's a melt. It's not a grilled cheese can only be bread and cheese. It can't be anything else at all.
Yeah.
And there's nerds out there that were like, your sandwich isn't a fucking grilled cheese. It's a melt. You put ham on it.
Yeah, you're like, who cares?
Just because you grilled it and it has cheese on it doesn't make it a grilled cheese. There's ham on it too. It's crazy. Like, you should read it. You should read it.
That big one was
You'll get lost in the loophole.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Of grilled cheeses and melts.
What about the whole is a hot dog a sandwich? If you want to break it down very specifically, a sandwich is bread with meat between it. But I take it as like, if you look like a sandwich is like the big category. Like, you know how they got the like animal kingdoms?
Yeah.
Like whatever the one like a wolf and a dog are in. The wolf is like a sandwich and the dog is a hot dog. A wolf and a dog are similar, but they are not the same thing. Like, you don't eat it's just not the same thing at all.
So I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you, but I've answered this question before as a hot dog is just an like alt cousin sandwich.
Okay, so
it's the cousin that's a sandwich, but I don't want to be seen like other sandwiches.
Yeah, okay,
I'm not like my other family members.
Yeah,
but you are. You're still a sandwich, but you're just an alternate version of one.
Okay, yeah, no, I like that. That's
because I don't think there's a rule that says, yo, a sandwich, like the stuff has to be in between the bread stacked.
Nah, because if you think
I feel
about
like it just has to be the bread.
What about an open face sandwich?
Exactly.
Like a meatball sub, like a lot of those are open face.
Yeah.
Then
that's really just
a hot
dog. A hot dog.
Yeah, fuck.
A hot dog. Shit, we just broke the matrix.
For real. We're going to have motherfuckers on Reddit angry as shit right now.
We killing the Reddit nerds
Reddit's cool. Reddit's corny, but it's also cool. Yeah. Like, you know what I started doing is there's an Austin food subreddit. So I just go on there and I'm like, yo, someone tell me the best Philly cheesesteak to get in town. And I get like 8 recommendations and I just pick them. Like I use that all the time. Or dude, the other day
I only get on Reddit if I'm like trying to read something very
I can't
very
find
weird.
it off of Google search. It's for sure the last resort of like search engines I'm going to use.
Sometimes it's my first resort because the things that I've read on Reddit have always been entertaining.
They are, yeah. Well, dude, you can go down Reddit rabbit holes. There's like the Reddit of people dying, and there's just subreddits with like.
There is probably like a dark side to Reddit.
I've only, my cousin showed. I'm not gonna act like I didn't look at it for like 30 minutes, but maybe a little longer than I should have. But like, my cousin was like, "Yo, there's a subreddit, people dying," and I was like, "You're lying." And the first one, the first one's like someone falling out a window, which I'm not saying is like. Okay, but like it's not that brutal. You've seen it, but then dude, there's ones like of like ISIS beheading videos and shit, and people are like,
I had a roommate like that who used to like.
People find it funny though, and then it's like
he'd be like, "Yo, you want to see this person get beheaded?" Like,
nah, bro.
Nah, but I'm gonna watch, and now I wish I didn't because now I just like got that.
It's kind of fucked up that they ask you it because, dude, I don't want to watch a guy get beheaded, but now that I know I can watch it, let's run this shit up, bro. Let me see it.
That kind of reminds me of that show on Spike TV, 1,000 Ways to Die.
Dude, that show was. I loved that show.
Dope.
That was a good ass show.
There was some great shows. That was at that era of Spike TV was fire.
Yeah, dude. Well, there's so many weird Spike TV had all those good shows.
What was the one where they would have the legendary warriors battle each other?
Oh, Deadliest Warrior.
Yeah, that shit was
dope. So fucking hard. I'm so glad you know
they had
what that is. They had
the Viking versus the ninja.
Dude, yeah,
and the ninja won because real ninjas out here and shit. The fuck?
Dude, it was sick though. They do like KGB versus like the SWAT. They did like vampires
they did like
versus zombies.
Zulu warrior versus
they had ancient shit, which was dope.
Was dope.
Dude, that was such an underrated show. A little corny at times, but
corny at times was the science behind how they would.
Yeah, it was like Mythbusters and like mixed with like war shit. It was so good. Weird.
And then slow motion, the dopest slow motion shots.
Dude, just
TV.
like the fucking
shit going a pig carcass and shit.
I'd be like 9 years old, like this is fucking rad, bro.
Fuck yeah, Dad, come on, watch this shit with me. It's dope.
It's weird because now who the fuck watches Spike TV? But channels go through that where they I mean not less now because of cable's going out, but. Like Vice TV used to be sick. They'd have the Ancient Aliens. They'd have Fuck That's Delicious. They'd have like other independent.
See, I never actually watched Vice TV on TV. I only watched Vice on YouTube.
Yeah, no, same. But like, I just remember looking back now and being.
They had Desus and Mero before they went to Showtime.
Yeah, no, they had huge stuff. It's weird. I don't know. We're like, what we're doing with cable is we're just reinventing the wheel. Like we have now 90 subscription services. Like there's 90 different cable channels. Yeah, and someone like
ridiculous.
Jeff Bezos or fucking Mark
Why
Zuckerberg.
do I have Paramount Plus right now, bro? I've watched 2 comedy specials off of it.
Exactly.
In the past 3 months, and I'm still surprised. It's $4.99. I'm just like, damn, that's a good deal. But I don't watch shit. I don't watch. Like TV, like
but then you got like Hulu and you got Netflix and you got HBO and you got Amazon and you got Paramount and like now all of a sudden you're
Showtime. Showtime has good shows, but their subscription is expensive.
HBO's something like.
Then you got Roku TV.
I forgot about that shit.
Peacock.
Is one. Yeah, dude, they have good shows. Like they have The Office, that 70s show, and Parks and Rec, I believe, all on their thing.
It's interesting that you said it because I've always believed that history just repeats itself.
We're gonna reinvent the cable package. Someone's gonna have the streaming package, and we're gonna all pay for this stupid. We're all gonna pay like $250 for everything again, just like people.
But no cable guys ever gonna come. Like, do cable guys are they still a thing? Have like that?
Nah, dude. It's just
has that been like a lost art? Are a lot of cable guys getting fired?
I think we're forgetting. Like we live in a modern city. Like we're in Austin, Texas. If you drive like 30 minutes from here, there's people who are like, what's Hulu?
Yeah. Like, nah, bro, I've stayed in like Airbnbs across the country.
Yeah.
Like in rural areas, bro. Everybody has Netflix.
I guess you're right, dude. Yeah, dude. What am I saying?
Because it's so, because it's like,
internet. Everyone, no, you're telling me.
We're the microwave generation, bro. Everybody that's alive right now is the microwave generation. Mm-hmm. We have stuff right there. Commercials, what?
Yeah, what? Dude, as a kid, we were
I want to go and like skip this episode and just watch the next one I can.
Yeah, dude. I guess you're right.
It's all right there because all you need is Wi-Fi. If you got Wi-Fi,
And literally, again, it's like the internet. Like, there's very few people that don't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Very select few. Like, 1%.
Rednecks got Wi-Fi, bro.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, they got to watch WWE wrestling and NASCAR somehow.
Exactly.
They got to get their shit in. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's dumb because we're definitely headed down the same path. Like, it wasn't even this bad, like, 3 years ago. It was Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, and HBO. It was like the big four. All, they paid NBC for that show. They paid, for that show. But I get it. NBC went, we have, dude, people
and it's
pay
whack
us.
because it's like, man, I want to watch this, but it's on.
I want to watch that
Disney
70s
Plus.
show or The Office. And I was just chilling in my room, wanted to laugh. Nah,
but
I
then
gotta
you
pay
also
money.
have HBO Go, but then you have HBO Max.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, come on. Like, come on.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking dumb. Technology is so weird sometimes. I put here too because we were just talking about you going to all the Airbnbs. You've traveled a lot. What's somewhere that you didn't expect to be awesome and it was? Is there anywhere you've traveled?
Berlin, Germany.
Berlin, Germany.
In my mind, I thought, Berlin is just gonna be a bunch of blonde hair, blue-eyed white people. Bro, I got there and everybody's fucking mixed.
Oh damn! Really?
Everybody's like German and West African. Everybody looks like me. It was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
That's really cool.
Everybody was mixed and like it's so like artistic and creative and like they have the original bust of Nefertiti in Germany. Yeah, at the Science Museum in Germany.
Yeah.
The original one that they dug up in Egypt or whatever.
Yeah,
they have, and bro, it's crazy. That thing in particular is crazy because in this museum, it's like 4 stories. It's got stuff from all over the world and stuff, right? And the Nefertiti bust is literally in a room by herself. You're not allowed to speak. You're not allowed to fucking sneeze. You're not allowed to take pictures. You're not allowed to have your phone out. They have security guards guarding. Like there's like 5 or 6 security guards guarding this one piece, this one bust of
That's
Nefertiti.
So cool.
It was just crazy and. It's a very colorful city. Like it's a very, like there's mad.
It's so new because it was so destroyed by the war.
Yeah, and but they also take recognition into like, we fucked up in our past.
Yeah,
and stuff,
which is I just went to Germany, but I was in southern Germany, Amsterdam, France.
Yeah, I saw the Berlin Wall.
That's cool.
So they keep it. What they did is they turned. Probably like a 3-mile stretch of the Berlin Wall into an outdoor art museum.
Oh, that's
and so
badass.
What they did is they hired different muralists from around the world to paint murals on this wall. Each section of the wall is a different mural from a different artist from a different part of the world.
That's so cool.
And I got like some jewelry out there from people that were just like making jewelry on the street and stuff. People are so friendly out there. They speak a lot of English, so it's easy to get around.
Yeah, that was what was nice.
Super easy to get around in Germany.
Speaks English out there.
They know how to party out there. They know how to have fun out there.
Yeah.
The beer is delicious. The food is delicious. Europe is super.
Europe's so cool.
Europe is amazing, but Germany Berlin was definitely the place where I was like, yo, I could like live here.
Yeah,
like,
you did not. Yeah, that's cool. What is that also your favorite place you visit, or you got like a favorite?
Oh man, I love traveling so much. So I have different favorites for different reasons. You know what I'm saying?
I get you. Yeah.
Rome was a favorite because everything was 2,000 years old.
Yeah.
And that shit was crazy too.
That's what tripped me about when I went to Europe is you forget that the United States. I know.
We don't have castles over here, bro.
We Americans and got over here in the 1600s.
Yeah.
And a lot of our culture starts in like the 1700s.
Yeah.
We're a 400-year-old nation. In Cologne, Germany, I visited the Cologne Cathedral was built in 1086. That's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
And it's still up.
Yeah, and I am here in 2021 staring at it, and someone in 1081 was in the same spot.
Yeah.
That's what tripped me out of most is how
nuts.
and the castles and all the old history that you don't see and get here because we're just not an old country.
We don't have castles in the United States.
No, yeah, we don't.
I smoked a joint and rode a bike to a castle in Amsterdam.
Dude, Amsterdam was amazing.
Bro, it was so... Amsterdam is the shit.
It's somewhere where I literally was like... And that's cool because it's so old and there's paintings on buildings.
Did you have any Heineken in Amsterdam?
Yeah, I did. Bro, did you have a
crispy.
Fanta there?
No, I did at a falafel shop.
Dude, there are different Fantas out there, right?
I had like
so good.
I had like a... It was like a papaya...
Yeah, they got weird
Fanta.
flavors.
Yeah, it was wild.
They're different. They use like different fruit juice.
Yeah,
or some
and they're
shit.
not allowed to use high fructose corn syrup over there
yeah.
too. Yeah,
dude. Yeah, that other countries are.
What was your favorite place in Europe?
France.
France.
Did
you go to Paris?
I went to Paris. Yeah,
okay. And I spent New Year's 2019 going in 2020 in Paris.
That's badass.
Paris.
Yeah,
it was
dude.
Dope.
I think obviously it helped. Like I went with my girl, so it's like such a cool romantic place to go. But dude, it was dope. And like,
what'd you eat over there? The food in Paris is crazy.
Yeah, I think.
Do you fuck with cheese?
No,
bro. The cheese, bro.
I fuck with cheese on things. Eating cheese by myself, dude. I'm so weirdly picky with some
French
shit.
know how to do cheese.
Dude,
bro.
I was there for 2 days, and I think I had 7 croissants while I was there. I felt sick that, like when I left. I had some pasta that was like the best pasta I've ever had. We had the one night me and my girl went to this bistro. It like looked like it wasn't that nice, but like the chef brought his food out to us, and I got a ribeye, and it was like it came with a béarnaise sauce, like you dip steak in that. It was so perfectly seasoned, I didn't need the sauce. And my girl got what's it called when it's raw steak? Beef tartare, right?
Yeah.
She got some beef tartare that was like perfectly prepared. So like the food there was just so good. And the culture, did you go did you get it's right by Paris in Versailles, the Palace of Versailles?
No.
No. Bro, I got to show you pictures of it. There is a palace in Versailles where they signed the Treaty of Versailles after World War I, and it was like created by one of the like French kings or whatever. And the garden is so big, like it's a giant palace, a giant gold palace that is like below. Did you go to the Buckingham Palace?
Yeah,
it blows the Buckingham Palace. It looks like 3 of them. Ooh. And then the garden, there's a garden behind it that the guy built just so he could walk around it. There's 4 separate quadrants of the garden that like have private fountain shows named after like Greek gods. Like there was the Bacchus fountain. Dude, I'll show you pictures and for the listeners, I'll put them between us. I like don't even like that's not even shit I'm into.
Stuff over there and you're just like
it was breathtaking. Bro, exactly. I could have spent all day.
You're not
there.
even into this type of stuff, and you're just like, what the?
Everyone I went to, they're like, where should I go? I go to this garden. Like a garden is the last thing I thought I would recommend to people, and I thought it was the best part of the trip, hands down.
Yeah,
it was so cool.
I went to Jim Morrison's gravesite.
Oh, that's
I'm really into
cool.
the Doors, and
Jim
Morrison is like one of my favorite.
That's badass.
Long live the Lizard King, for real.
Hell yeah.
I went to his gravesite, and whenever I went with my sister, she was going to school in England.
Yeah.
And during Christmas and New Year's, we just like bounced around Europe for like 3 weeks.
That's so fun.
Yeah,
Europe was so cool, dude. Yeah. I mean, I could have spent time there. My place for somewhere where I went that I didn't think I would like it. Not that I wouldn't like it, but I didn't think I'd love it was I went to Seoul, South Korea. Yeah. Dude, it was so like
I've heard really good things about. I fell in love with
like the culture there is just so
I haven't been to Asia yet.
Cool. It was so cool, dude. And like I mean literally one day like it's 17 hours ahead, so I was waking up like dude, one day I woke up at 6 a.m. The guy like I grew up with a kid, he was born in Korea, lived in Portugal, moved to where I was, and then got deported because like he didn't have a visa or anything. And went back to Korea, so we went to visit him. So we had like a translator and a place to stay, which was nice. But even one morning, I woke up at like 6 a.m. No one was awake. I just walked Seoul for like 4 hours by myself, just walking into I remember I went to order food. I was like, English? He was like, and so they like brought me behind, and I just pointed on the menu at things I wanted, and they brought it out to me. Like just cool shit like that, where people were so
it's like some Karate Kids.
It's like really.
It's like some Karate Kids.
Shit. That's something Hollywood do is the white kid
that's
going
beautiful, bro. I got emotional hearing that story.
Yeah, nah, dude, it was so.
I just see like mist and stuff. I just see you like,
dude, it was
walking
through.
Yeah, bro.
He was right on the river. I was walking the river, just like this is so. It was like you said, where I mean, obviously, I'm not like uprooting your life to live in Berlin or Korea. You know, Seoul, Korea would be crazy, but it was somewhere I was like, dude, you could so live here. Like they have these restaurants, you go in. And they like look at you and they're like, yeah, you guys look in your 20s, and like go sit at that table with these other like 20-year-old girls, and you guys sit at the same table and you just order drinks. Everyone just gets drunk together. And I'm not even a huge drinker, but just such a cool like everyone's so friendly and nice to each other.
Yeah, and I'm not a big drinker either, but sometimes when you're like around a good group of people, like, it's just nice to like.
Yeah, you know, no, I like drinking less for the feeling of being drunk and more for the like camaraderie and the stuff that comes with it.
I don't like the feeling of being drunk.
Like even going over, we went and took those shots the other night at Buckshots. Like I do that because it's fun. It's cool for us to go over. Like even if it did get me drunk, it's not like I was going over there because I'm like, I want to get fucked up.
Yeah,
it's
it was more, like, oh shit, you know, the homies perform. Like audience is cool. It's a good night. Let's shoot.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not just like seeking out. I don't get drunk by myself
ever.
This
whiskey shot, dog. You don't understand, bro. It's been a long week. Like I don't ever want to get like that.
Dependent on it, where you need it. Yeah, no. Do you, bro? I forgot to ask you before this. Do you need a water? Are you thirsty? I can go get you one and just edit this out. Yeah. We'll just. I realized halfway through, I was like,
keep this in here. This is a prime spot for the podcast.
No, it's a solid extra.
Fuck Joel Osteen. And fuck Virgil Abloh. Y'all know what you did, motherfuckers.
All right, guys, we're back. I forgot to get my guest water because I'm a bad host.
I love these Coca-Cola glasses.
Yeah, bro. Shout out my roommate for bringing that one. I used to steal plastic ones from Denny's. I'd stick them in my cargo pockets and shit. You were asking what I thought about the last three, the Star Wars trilogy. This is how it went for me. The first one was cool because it was like, oh, nostalgia. We're back, Star Wars. And then after you got over that, it was like, okay, now let's really look at it as a movie. It is just kind of episode 4 all over again. Like there's instead of the Death Star, it's the Star Killer base. Oh, there's a new Jedi. There's the Sith Lord. Like it's identical almost, which it's like, come on, guys, we couldn't do something just a little different. I absolutely hated the 8th movie. Hated it with all my heart.
What about the last scene?
That was my one correction. Was the last scene is sick as fuck.
It's
epic. I will get. That's always the thing.
I watched it twice in the theaters just for that last scene.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'll give it.
So dope.
I rewatched it like a month or two ago, and I was like, I have to give Rian Johnson credit. The last scene is super cool, but the rest of the movie is so nonsense. I saw it in Queens, New York, by myself in a packed theater. I was visiting my cousin.
Yeah.
And it was like a packed theater. He was in school that day, so I went and saw it. And it was like the first showing of it, like right in the morning. And like I was sitting with like random people. And that scene when Princess Leia gets blown into the vacuum of space and then Mary Poppins flies through it. I'm not even trying to be a funny guy. I audibly said, shut the fuck up, and the whole theater erupted with laughter. God. And like, cause it's Queens, there's a lot of black guys, like they were clapping, like, man, what the fuck was that? Like everyone started roasting the movie mid-movie. It was the funniest fucking thing ever.
Oh my God.
Universally, all of us were like, what the fuck was that shit? Which it was like, okay, good, I'm not alone on this. And then
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. That was not her fault that they. that was not Carrie Fisher's fault that they gave her magical powers. And their whole cover up was like, she learned the Force. It's like, she's a human. She can't breathe in fucking space, dog. Yeah. The ship blew up. Everyone died but her. Like, I don't know. And then the 9th one was very cool. I enjoyed it, but it was also a shit show because it's like they had to recover. Because it was like 3 different
my guy
stories.
Finn was supposed to become a Jedi, and
they did Finn.
That's some bullshit.
So dirty.
Everybody knows Finn was supposed to become like everybody knows that Finn was supposed to really become like Luke Skywalker's like his protege or whatever.
What I couldn't stand is
he's like, the first face you see in the trailer,
and he has the lightsaber in his hand, and he does shit in the first one, and it was like, look,
oh my god,
I get that for whatever reason they went a slightly they put Rey and I'm not and
Rey
Kylo,
was cool,
but
whatever.
my complaint is like, how does the plot line of Finn being a Jedi, it's gone. He's not a Jedi. Episode 9 ended and he is doing nothing Jedi related. It's because China doesn't like black people.
It would have been a cold ass Jedi. Yeah, I knew
It's
that.
because China. I put these clips on
always,
TikTok, so they own that too.
He would have been the coldest Jedi though. That's the thing. Like Finn would have been like John Boyega. Like deserved to be like the next. Oh, this is the Jedi.
And from interviews when you read, he definitely was pitched that, and they definitely gave him the fucking shaft, there were so many problems with that trilogy, and it's like obviously everyone is gonna have their problems. Like, the first three are kind of just like universally loved because they're like classics. They're kind of you can't make fun of them. Then the prequels, I think episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, is my favorite Star Wars of all time.
That was cold.
That one's so good. The battles, and I
feel like the first one would have been better if they had more Darth Maul in it.
Yeah, they did Darth Maul dirty. A lot of like political stuff where you're like, who cares about the Baker Clan trading agreement? Yeah. Like the Baker Clan gets blown up in that one. They're gone after it. They're irrelevant. Why do we care? The second one was like, all right, the clones are cool. Jango Fett's sick. But like that one,
I thought the battle at the end of the second one was super dope.
The battle of Geonosis is dope.
That battle was epic.
That's what I'm saying.
I love playing that on Battlefront.
That map was dope, dude. So sick.
Cold.
Because you could play as the Geonosians, you could play as the droids. Yeah, I like that.
And then when Yoda and is it Sidious?
Oh, and Dooku. They fight. That's a sick ass battle.
That was a dope battle.
That was
Yoda held it down when the boulder came down. He was like, you motherfucker thought.
And that's my problem is whatever, like, okay, the first one's not enough Darth Maul. The second one people say is a little diluted.
Yeah.
At least there was still a lot of good parts in it, and it
the
made
third one
sense
was really,
as a trilogy.
Really good,
I'll ride or die for that one. That is a trilogy, though. It made sense. This new trilogy, none of it makes sense. Yeah. And my biggest problem is, at first I was so excited when they brought Palpatine back, and then I realized it does ruin the entire first 6 movies. Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker's arc is pointless. He brought no balance to the Force if the Emperor can always come back. Because by making him able to come back, essentially he's not even dead now. What stops them from bringing him back if he's still alive through the Force and they can put him in a clone and I don't know. It just got.
But see, the thing is now Disney owned these last 3.
Yeah,
really, that was the Disney machine doing these last 3 Star Wars. And
but
them
Disney's
motherfuckers right there.
Shows are so good. Their Star Wars shows are
but
so
it's like.
Good.
Clone Wars. Clone Wars is super dope.
Which is annoying that they can't get the movies right.
Is super dope. But I feel like that Disney machine is like so strong and powerful, and then something with, especially because it was still the Skywalker.
Yeah, I'm done with that. I don't want to hear the name Skywalker ever again in a movie.
Oh yeah, no,
get the
we
fuck
can't.
away
We can't
from it.
anymore.
It's over, dude. No one cares.
We did 9 movies over. We can't do it, but we're still gonna hear about family and.
Yeah, that's. Like,
bro,
come
I swear,
on,
we'll be 80 and it'll still somehow Vin Diesel will still be Vin Diesel, Ludacris, Tyrese.
Those movies are ridiculous.
It's
too,
ridiculous.
Bro. Those movies.
I didn't watch the last one, but I heard they went to space. I was like, come on, bro.
I stopped watching.
I heard Ludacris and Tyrese went to space in the last Fast and Furious movie.
You're like, okay, man.
I watched Hobbs and Shaw. Mm-hmm. Did you watch that one?
No, I didn't.
I watched it in the theater with my homie.
Was it good?
Bro. One of the last scenes, The Rock is. I understand The Rock is The Rock, and he's very a strong human. But one of the last scenes in Hobbs and Shaw, he's literally chained up. He's holding on to a car and a helicopter at the same time, and they're driving off of like a cliff or whatever.
Yeah,
and he's just holding on to it. And I'm like, bro, get out of here.
Yeah, no,
get out of here.
So dumb,
get out of
dude.
here. It's ridiculous now. It's ridiculous.
It's
Ludacris and Tyrese went to space in the last movie. My homie told me that. I was like, I'm not watching this bullshit.
Yeah, fuck no.
No.
Well, because
out of everybody that's in space, bro, I just can't get over it.
Yeah,
Out of everybody that's in
Ludacris.
space.
Like, we need Ludacris to go into space.
And we need Tyrese to join him.
It's 2006 again, guys. Send Ludacris to space.
Tyrese went from crying on the internet and kidnapping Michael Blackson to driving cars in space. The world we live in.
Well, there was the one where The Rock, there was one, I forget, I think it's like Fast 5 or 6. The Rock like drives a car into the side of like a B-52 bomber and then is in a full body cast. And he's like, and flexes out of the cast.
What was the one where they drove from building to building?
Is that Fast 5?
I don't remember any of them.
There's 9 of them.
Yeah, after the first one, Too Fast, Too Furious.
Those ones are good.
And Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
I don't remember 4 and beyond.
5 is
the first 3.
Is This Is Brazil, the one where they're down in Rio de Janeiro and shit.
I do remember that one.
Yeah, I think that's Fast 5.
Which was the one where they stole? It was a dope like scene at the end where they stole that giant like black chest or whatever, and they pulled it out the building. And they had it was like a distraction or whatever.
Yeah,
I think it was Miami or something they were in.
Yeah, that's probably the 4th one then, right?
Yeah, that scene was fire.
That one's good.
That scene was fire,
dude. Yeah, they have some good moments. It's the thing is when any movies make 9 fucking movies, there's just gonna be bad.
What else was crazy though? I remember. I think it was the 4th one too, where that was when The Rock got introduced, right?
Yeah.
And then you saw The Rock next to Vin Diesel, and you're like, dang, Vin Diesel's big, but The Rock, and The Rock just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger every movie.
I like The Rock, dude. I like some of his movies.
I fuck with The Rock.
And it's the same thing we just said. When you make 9 movies,
he's like a perfect. He's the perfect, bro. He's
nice and shit.
Bro, he's so nice. Bro.
That's that's what you love to hear.
A comedian named Ron Funches. He describes The Rock as the Beyonce for boys. It's true, bro.
That's very true.
Like I met The Rock, and I'm like, wow. I've never met a perfect human except for Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, dude.
He's huge, but he's like his energy is just like, yo, I can murder you, but I'm not because I love you.
So peaceful.
Yeah, so peaceful. But he could fuck some people up, bro.
No doubt. Dude.
If he went on a rampage,
dude, he used to play professional football. Like I think he was on just the practice squad, but he's still like.
But he was like big at Miami.
At
right?
Miami, he was really good, and he's a world. As much as like WWE is fake, he still knows how to wrestle. Like he's still, The Rock's. I like The Rock. He gets a lot of shit. It's like the Kevin Hart effect, where when you do 50 movies, not like there's no way all 50 can be good. You're gonna have shitty ones, and as humans, we like to hate, dude. We're gonna. No one's gonna be like.
It bothers me when people hate on The Rock and Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart.
I hate when people are like, Kevin Hart's not funny. I'm like, shut.
It's
the
like, bro, come on,
bro. Shut up. You think he got here because
he's not funny?
Shut the
That's
fuck
ridiculous.
up. Yeah,
he literally did, and I think this is honestly too ridiculous for a comedy, but he did a special in the Philadelphia Eagles football stadium.
Yeah, that's so badass.
That's insane.
Yeah, he sells out stadiums. And he's not funny.
You don't get to that point, even if like, because his like recent, I thought his special in his crib during COVID, I thought that shit was funny.
No, it was funny. It was his funniest one in a minute. Like I'm not saying that like he's not funny. He just had some specials that
didn't
funny,
really
but
hit
not
for
Kevin
me.
Hart
Yeah.
You hold him to a certain standard, dude. He's a hilarious guy.
Because that special when he cussed out his teacher.
Bruh, you long no nipple having
that entire special from beginning to end is just insane.
It's
it's insane.
I can't think of the name. Yeah, that one is.
It was before Laughing My Pain.
Yeah, it's one of the first. That was like one of my that and Gabriel Iglesias is like the fluffy special where like my intros as a child to stand up comedy. Where I remember watching those and being like, these guys are so fucking funny. It's crazy. Like quoting those in class. You know what I mean? Going to school and
the first like special I remember just being enamored over was Killing Them Softly, Dave Chappelle. I was on the school bus. And this was the LimeWire days. My homie had an iPod Touch before iPhones. He had the iPod Touch whatever with the screen.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, Jordan, do you know who Dave Chappelle is? And I was like, no. He was like, you got to watch him, man. He's fucking hilarious. And so he gave me one of his headphones. Yeah. And I sat in the seat like with them and watched this LimeWire downloaded Dave Chappelle special. Yeah. And that shit just had me fucking dying. And I went and downloaded it on LimeWire that night when I got home. And I would just like, watch that shit over.
Yeah, bro. There's
over.
all those. It's like funny because it's stand up isn't something that there's some people like I've loved stand up since I was a child. I didn't really like it. It took me until I was very like I was like I want to do stand up and then I just started it. Like it was a very kind of quicker process. But then it was funny because I think back because there are like memories I have of like I didn't even think I liked stand up, but there was Dane Cook had a bit about the Kool-Aid Man breaking through his wall and his dad being pissed at him, and someone made an animated version of it on YouTube. And it was like back, I was in like 3rd grade. Back when YouTube first came out, I watched that thing like 50 fucking times. Like I'd get home before my parents would get home.
How old were you when you saw your first like live stand-up show?
Dude, I was young. I was 12 because I grew up by the Brea Improv. And
and
they had an all-ages show for Terry Fader, the puppet dude, and I saw Terry Fader, which was, I mean, some people are gonna hate because he does puppet shit, but I just remember being young and thinking like, this is so funny. And then the stand-up show where I saw it and I was like, stand-up is amazing. I want to be a stand-up comic. I saw 2018, it was New Year's. It was the early New Year's show. I saw Bert Kreischer at the Brea Improv.
Yeah.
And it just was like such a good vibe and looked so much like fun. And I'd kind of got into listening to podcasts, and I was like, and that's the day where I was like, I wonder if I could write a joke. Like, I wonder if I could go up there and try this. And so that was those 2 shows stick out for me a lot of what kind of got it. What about you?
The very first show I ever went to, I was 14 years old.
Damn, yeah.
There is a rodeo that used to happen, well, it still happens in Fort Worth, Texas, at the Fort Worth Stockyards, called the Cowboys of Color. It's a multiracial, multicultural rodeo.
Yeah.
And my dad had bought tickets, like VIP tickets, whatever. And with the VIP tickets, we had gotten to go to the pre-party, which was like a music show. And the Muddy Waters band was there. Buddy Guy was the headliner, which was fucking killed.
Yeah.
And Pine Top Perkins was there before he passed away.
Yeah.
And they had this comedian named AJ Jamal that was the host of the show, whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I was 14 in the Stockyards. My dad pulled up with me. With our tickets, and they're like, this is a bar, like this is we can't really like have kids. And we were like, yo, we just drove from Houston, and they said, okay, we'll make it a rule, he can't be no more than an arm length away from you. So the entire night I had to be within reach from my dad. I was 14 years old. I'm the youngest person in this club. All these like legendary blues people are there, and AJ Jamal was there to open the show, and I remember just fucking dying at AJ Jamal.
That's so sick.
And I just like remembered just watching his crowd control, and like I remember there's one point, I'll never forget this. There's one point where the microphone like started messing up, and then they got it back working again, but he just started mouthing like it wasn't working, and it was just like
like
just one of those things that was so like minuscule.
In your head,
the whole audience just started just dying.
Oh yeah, that's
awesome.
And
so that was my first time. That was my first experience like actually seeing stand up in person.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and that
what an experience.
Yeah, it just like crazy sticks out like to me.
That's cool. That's cool. You get to see all the old blues bands too. Do you like some like old jazz music too?
I'm more blues. Yeah.
Okay. I just had a cool
more like blues and
do you
like
know who the OJs are.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh okay. I got a cool OJ story. I used to work security like events back in California, and I was working a jazz festival, which was like sounds like normally such an easy event, and it was super easy. Just old people and like good jazz music, and the OJs were the headliners, and I was like side stage security. It was so easy, and like the head like foreman guy comes up to me and he's like, "Come here now." I'm like, "Okay." So I follow him, and he goes, "You're being promoted," like kind of joking. I'm like, "Ha, what am I doing?" And he goes, "You're gonna work door room security for the OJs. You're gonna protect their hotel room." And I go, "Protect?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm going to describe him to you." He's about 6'5", 300 pounds. He's wearing a fedora, a black shirt. He's came over here threatening the OJs multiple times. If he shows up, you got to fuck him up. And I was like, what?
What kind of promotion is this, bro?
Also, bro, all I have is my fists. Like, we don't have any weapons.
6'5"?
Dude, yeah. And like they showed me pictures of him. And he was that, like, he was big, but he was that kind of like dumb, chubby, big,
kind of like
softish, like doughboy type shit. And so like, but literally I just sat in front of the OJ's like hotel green room for like 6 hours. The guy never showed up, but literally all night it was just me letting girls in. Like they would be like, "The OJ said we could come," and I'd knock, and I'd be like, "What's up?" And I'd be like, "These ladies said that you invite them." Like, "Oh, let the ladies in." And then like eventually one of the guys came in and was like, "Any woman that asks, just let them in." And I was like, "Okay."
That's incredible.
But it was so cool, dude. So I just got to sit there for a couple hours. I was like, I might die, dude. Yeah.
Waiting for this like giant dude to like show up all angry.
They said he was claiming that the OJs owed him a bunch of money. and like that he hadn't paid them and he was coming to collect.
I bet when you get to a certain level, that's why I don't want when I hit that millionaire mark, I don't want nobody. I want people to think I don't have any fucking money.
They were. I was just listening to.
Some people know, bro. They were crazy, bro.
No, insane people.
Insane.
It's. I was just listening to that new Rogan episode with Ari, Shane Gillis, and Mark Norman, and they were talking because they're all famous to us. Like we all think of them as all of them are very successful comedians, but Rogan's at a different level, and those three guys were all like, I'm so glad we're not as famous as you. And Rogan was like, yeah, it kind of sucks. He was like, Rogan literally said, the only reason why it doesn't suck is I'm really good at ignoring everyone. He's like, I don't check social media. I don't read messages. I don't read comments. I don't read tabloids. I don't read anything. And he's like, but if you can't do that, being this famous is the worst. Everyone critiques every little thing
every last thing that you do.
Dude, Chris
Pratt. Down to the way you breathe. You
know, Chris Pratt and Anna Faris broke up. I was just reading this before you got here. So like Chris Pratt's now remarried, and he posted a photo with the girl, and it's like a long, like very corny, weird, robotic post, but in it, I love you, and in it he's like, and I want to thank you so much for like you've given me a perfectly healthy, beautiful child, which I think we can both agree is like, you say that about a baby, like a perfectly, and him and Anna Faris had like miscarriage problems, so now he's being dragged as that he was insulting Anna Faris, and it's like, what, bro? He just said a phrase. Yeah. Did you want to say, "Fuck you, bitch, for giving me a healthy baby"? Like, what's your problem? You couldn't give it a third arm.
Oh my gosh,
it's ridiculous, dude. We're losing our minds out here. It's crazy.
Internet is the best and worst place ever.
Yes, makes me laugh so hard, makes me slam my head into a wall at the same time.
Because you just see how like people are.
Mm-hmm.
And you think to yourself, what the fuck?
Yeah. How does your mind work like that? How do you truly think that he's being evil in this situation? How do you not have better things to do? I don't know, dude. I get too mad at people sometimes when they do.
And it's also, but the thing is for me too, is like with celebrity relationships and stuff like that. Bro, why does anybody fucking care?
Yeah,
like,
you're so
right. Like, what has any celebrity's relationship ever done for us personally?
Nothing. No, the most you should care is to go like, they look cute together.
Exactly.
They are aesthetically pleasing
I hope
together.
that they're happy.
Yeah.
I hope,
but when you're like, there's just so, it's like the people are
so what happened to your ex? Like,
what?
Yeah,
bro, this doesn't involve, because I always think about this.
What's up with Anna then? You just forgot about her, huh?
Yeah, bro.
You all happy now and stuff.
Yeah, those people are crazy.
People are miserable, bro.
Miserable. It's always, always people who are like miserable.
Miserable and
lonely.
insecure.
Yeah.
And just probably are talking to people that don't wipe their ass.
Yeah, bro. And it brings down your level of living. Yeah. Gotta be a unicorn, dude. Message of the podcast.
Exactly, bro.
I want to move into a segment right now. It's called the Dumbass of the Week, brought to you by Red Foreman.
Dumbass, dumbasses, dumbass, 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 dumbass.
The Dumbass of the Week this week. I got two of them. So I got the Alvin and the Chipmunks is looking to sell the franchise, and the guy demands no less than $300 million for the movie franchise. Like, do you remember those movies?
Dr. Evil, yeah. I want $300 million for all three of my chipmunks, Alvin, Theodore, and is it Teddy? Or
yeah, that sounds right.
Alvin, Theodore. No, I think Theodore and Teddy are interchangeable.
Yeah, Theodore and Teddy are Alvin, Theodore, and
what's the third chipmunk?
It's a nerdy ass name, like Shane or something. We're gonna look it up. Sorry to all the Shanes out there.
Crazy.
I'm my own Jamie, so we gotta wait. What are
Alvin, Theodore, and like I don't know.
Okay.
Simon.
There you go.
Simon, got it. Yeah.
Yes. There you go. I didn't even.
Wait, so he's selling and he wants nothing less than $300 million?
Yeah, for the whole movie franchise. I feel like that's Then I started to think, is that ridiculous? Or if that came out today, would it make bank still?
Probably.
I mean, it's,
bro.
You got kids, bro, right?
And it's like,
kids are
honestly like Disney could buy Alvin and the Chipmunks for $300 million and sell enough merch for $700 million.
Okay, yeah, maybe they're okay. All right, congrats, Alvin and the Chipmunks. You're the first person to unbecome the dumbass of the week on the podcast. We got another, though, and it's Kanye West because he shaved his eyebrows off. And he was wearing that weird white mask the other day. And I don't...
Bro, I've met Kanye before.
Was he weird? Was it how brief? Like,
so,
was it just brief or what?
I'll never forget this. This was... Yeah, it was a brief moment. This was June 2017 in Santa Monica, California, exactly 1 week before the BET Awards.
Yeah.
And I was going to, it was like 9 a.m., 8:30, 9 a.m. I'm going to the Denny's in Santa Monica, close to UCLA. I'll never forget this, bro. I was like getting pancakes. I remember I just had a craving for pancakes.
Yeah.
So on my way to get pancakes. And I was like riding too, and I'm walking to the Denny's, and I see a shorter black dude and like this tall ass white dude, walking towards me or whatever. The white dude was like 6'4", 6'5". He's fucking
huge, yeah.
And then like as they're walking towards me, I'm walking towards them, and as I'm getting closer, I'm making out a face. I'm like, what the fuck? This looks like fucking Kanye West.
Just in a Denny's?
No, I'm walking towards the Denny's.
Okay,
this is on the sidewalk, right? This is on the sidewalk, right?
Okay,
and then. I remember there was a Porsche parked or whatever. It was like the only car that was parked in this little area. But I'm walking in and I'm like, it looks like Kanye. And I'm not going to lie, bro. When I had that thought, the sun gleamed off of his bottom diamond grill teeth or whatever. Literally gleamed into my eyes. I felt like the light of God. Literally, the light of Jesus hit me in the eye. And I was like, oh, shit, it's Kanye. And I'll never forget, I was wearing these purple Pumas. Yeah. And I had these joggers on, and for some reason, I was wearing suspenders, these red suspenders, but I had them just like down. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I just be putting shit on sometimes.
It sounds like something I wish I could wear that you could rock, but I couldn't, you know?
I just had it on. I remember, so we're like walking closer, I'm wearing that, and I look people in the eyes. That's just how I was raised. Like, yo, you look people in the eyes. So I'm looking Kanye in the eyes, he's looking me in the eyes. He looks down at my shoes and sees like the suspenders, the joggers, the purple Pumas, and looks up at me and goes, damn. And like, yeah, right. And inside I went, I just got the motherfucking black man out of approval by Kanye, bitch. Y'all can't tell me shit right now. And so like I look at him and go, I nod back, right? Like, yeah, nigga, you see the fucking drip, you see the vibe, son. But I could tell his brain was like going somewhere. So I didn't want to be like, oh my God, Kanye. Because, bro, I could, it's Kanye, bro. Like,
of course, yeah.
You know, that's, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the best Kanye album. I don't care what anybody says. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the best era of Kanye.
I agree with that. Yeah. I like that one, and I like College Dropout a lot too.
College Dropout is great.
But I think I agree with you.
The most creative Kanye.
Yeah, you're right. So many different, and there's not a single skip on that song.
Not at all. It's fucking amazing.
Or albums, you know.
But yeah, so he like gave me the nod of approval. Like, all right, I see you, King. And I nodded back, and I went and got my pancakes, and I just wrote about meeting Kanye while I was eating pancakes, cool, bro. It was so surreal, bro. Because I've never gotten starstruck. Besides, I got starstruck one time when I met Janet Jackson. My knees damn near buckled. I was like, what the fuck? Like, but I don't care about celebrities and shit. Like, y'all are just regular as humans to me.
I've ran into random ones and it's cool. A lot of times I don't bother. Like I ran into the Yodel Kid one time. Like he was just at my apartment complex in Kentucky when I lived out there. I literally, bro, craziest story. Actually, it's so absurd. You gotta understand. Like Murray, Kentucky is where I went to college. 2 hours from the nearest airport, which is Nashville, Tennessee, a whole different state you gotta fly into. Yeah. Middle of nowhere. No reason this kid should be here. Bro. It's the summer too, so it's like only the football players are there. Yeah. And I'm outside my apartment grilling on the floor because I just had a tiny little fucking Weber grill, and I'm on my knees grilling, and I hear just like, "Hey, what you grilling?" And I was like, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's a fucking child." And I'm like, "Oh, some sausage," and he's like, "Your grill is really cool." And then I'm like looking, I'm like, "Isn't this that motherfucker who like yodels in Walmart?" And like, and he was like, "It's really cool." And I was like, "Oh, thank you, bro." And then I like went inside and I was like, "Yo, the Yodel Kid is outside. You guys won't believe this." And my one roommate is like, oh, "No way!" And he runs outside and he's like, "Yodel Kid!" And the kid turns like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And he goes, "I'm busy," and walked inside the building. And I never saw the Yodel Kid again. What? It was crazy. He said that, and I looked at him. I went, "Big league, bro!" And all of us started laughing at him and shit, and he just got owned by the Yodel Kid.
Gangster, bro.
It was so stern.
They're not playing.
Dude is like, hi, how's your girl? And he was just like, I'm busy. Like, I was like, God damn, bro. Like, that's like a 9-year-old.
Is he gonna turn into one of those kids that just wows the fuck out?
I don't know. And all he was doing was taking like promo pictures, like for like his grandma was like friends with the apartment complex owner, so she was like doing him a favor because they were like, look, the Yodel Kid was here.
Holy shit!
It was wild. Great. Yeah, he was very nice to me. Shit on my roommate, which was very
busy.
It was just it was so the look on his face too, to have like an 8-year-old take the power away from like a grown 20-year-old man was like the funniest thing I'd ever seen. So demasculated by it.
That's good.
It was great. All right, dude. We're coming to the end of the podcast.
I don't fuck with new Kanye though. I didn't answer the question.
What were we talking about?
You said
the dumbass.
Kanye. Dumbass of the week.
Yeah, Kanye.
This new era of Kanye is whack. It's fucking whack.
He's insane. He's lost his
terrible,
mind.
bro.
Did you ever shave your eyebrows at any point?
No.
Okay.
I'm not shaving my eyebrows.
I don't know. People did like
the
line in it.
Big forehead, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I have a huge bro. If my hair was not in front of my forehead, y'all be like, damn, he has a big.
Yeah.
I have a huge head, bro.
My
cranium is large.
My head is ginormous. Like I wear like this is a strap hat. I mean, dude, I only got 3 buttons left on this bitch, and like. Then it doesn't fit anymore. There was a guy I played football with. He used to have to wear his hats unstrapped. His head was so big. Bro. On God, I swear to God, just always walking around with a fucking unstrapped hat.
Whoa, that's scary.
That's wild. Yeah,
that's like the dude you don't want to get in a fight with.
Nah,
he'll headbutt you, and your head will like literally fall off your body. Like
he
will headbutt you, and that shit will decapitate you.
Just cut. That shit's wild, scary. Bro. Yeah.
I knew a kid in
generations of broken skulls from one headbutt. He was a weird kid. Yeah. Nice guy, weird kid though. You know.
I feel like I know people with very like extreme heads, and they're weirdos.
Yeah, I mean, they
probably this black kid in high school. He was a redneck, and he had a Confederate flag on the back of his truck, but he was black.
Oh, that's always weird. Yeah.
He was like, I'm Southern. It's Southern pride. I was like, bro, what? What is going? His head was very large, though. He had a big-ass head. Might have something to do with it.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe some Southern inbreading type shit.
I forgot about it, bro. I'm about to start talking about that shit on stage.
Yeah, bro. You got it. That's some weird shit. That's a funny
that's a true story. This is like, that's real. I knew like, bro, Crips on horseback. It was these dudes would be riding out in the street, bro.
You know you can get horses to dance? What if you get them to crip walk, bro? You get a horse to crip walk?
They would be riding horses with blue flags, like hanging down and stuff, and would be like, yeah, I'm a crip and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? I've never seen a crip on horseback, bro.
Hear me on crip, cuz.
On crip, cuz.
That's fucking hilarious.
What?
Paul Revere
Montgomery,
was
Texas
blood.
is a weird place.
Yeah, that's weird. Where is that? I don't even know where Montgomery, Texas is.
It's like north of Houston.
Oh, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, that sounds weird. All right, I got 3 would you rathers, and we'll wrap the podcast up here. The first one,
fun.
Oh yeah, no, thank you for coming on. It's been a blast. How tall are you right now?
I'm like 5'10".
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather be 6 foot and 6 feet and bald, or 4'11" with a great head of hair?
6 foot and bald.
6 foot and bald, yeah.
I'm not being 4'11" with a great head of hair.
Nah. I couldn't do it.
Treat me like a little like chia pet, like
and I picked 4'11".
I'd be pissed off.
Yeah, you're an inch above any like midget. I can't say that. Is that the word? Little people. That sounds way worse.
There's I was in San Antonio the other night, and this comic, he was like 5'2", 5'3", and he had a bit about that, and he said that, can we change can we call midgets again, because like I'm a little person, but I don't want to be associated like with midgets. So. And I was like, yo, hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's really good. Yeah, okay, but
he said if you're under 4'11", then
it's
you're
like
a midget.
4'10" and below gives you like where you can like get like parking passes and shit for being like a little.
It's
person.
Like disability.
Yeah, it becomes into that. So, yeah, dude,
that's kind of player, but I don't know. My dad's like 6 foot and bald, so.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna look great as a bald person if I go bald, but I just don't want to be 4'11". Like you just,
bro. Yeah, I'll
the
go
disrespect
bald.
That comes with being
I'll go bald and grow a fat ass beard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's
dude,
even more player. You know? Oh yeah,
face,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that too. This one's like there's 3 choices, not 2. So, would you rather the next president be Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, or Elon Musk? I can't pick Mark Zuckerberg after the Meta thing.
I'm not picking
2
Mark.
weeks ago, I maybe would have picked him.
Fuck Mark.
But not after.
I haven't read too much into the Meta thing yet.
I don't know.
I've been hearing like little things about. I'm gonna wait till everybody.
It's just like a virtual world, basically. Yeah. But it's like it's weird. And
there's supposedly like a Black Mirror episode about it.
You know what's hilarious is I watched that episode. I shit you not, last week for the first time ever. So it's like very relevant to me. I'm like, it's the same thing, bro. Yeah.
I had to stop watching Black Mirror. That shit made me paranoid.
It does. It's something you can only take in doses. Like you can't just like you can't
sit and binge it.
It makes you depressed and shit. Yeah. But it's like it's really fun. Yeah, I like it a lot.
But fuck Zuckerberg, he's not president.
Elon might be too crazy. Bezos is weird, but he seems like he's like nerdy.
I don't know. It's
weird.
Interesting. Like, did you see? So, Elon was pretty much like, yo, because the UN was like, yo, Elon Musk has enough money to end world hunger, and he was like, show me where it needs to be spent, and I'll spend it.
I think he's just calling. And then, I think he's bluffing, but this is a pretty good bluff.
But peep this. Jeff Bezos recently, I don't know if this was today or yesterday, but he just announced that he's donating like $2.2 billion to help out reforestation in Africa.
Shit. Okay, yeah.
Because he said it was because he went to space. He said he saw the world from that view, and it looked. And I could imagine that. Oh, yeah. And so he's actually donating $2.2 billion.
That's good.
Honestly, bro, I feel like Elon would make a better president.
Yeah.
Just because. I feel like we would get the like we would move ahead to more modernization because I feel like we're very still kind of backwards.
Yeah, we're like stuck in our ways, kind of.
Yeah, and I feel like Elon, his brain is enough like. Damn, but then like he could just be like, "Yo, let's just start war with these motherfuckers." Like, fuck these niggas. Like,
I do like though that he's like he tweets and he's kind of the most like closest to like another human being.
True.
Where like Mark Zuckerberg, that dude's basically a fucking robot.
Yeah,
he's weird. If you've ever listened to him talk or anything, something's just off with that dude. Yeah. Whereas like Bezos and Elon like. They're weird, but they're weird because they're smart and nerdy. Yeah. And people didn't like them growing up because they were smarter than them.
I don't know if I want Bezos as president.
Yeah.
That's Amazon.
Think about how shitty, like all the terrible Amazon conditions. Like that's going to be the 9 to 5 workplace.
We picking Elon. We Bezos is out too. Elon for
Perez. Right. Yeah, you're right. All right. Elon I wrote down, this was one that people voted on. It is 4.9K people voted for Elon, and then only 900 for Jeff and 600 for Mark. So everyone is going with Elon too on that one.
What do those 600 people think about Mark? Where he's like that guy.
Half of them have to be trolls.
Yeah,
and like I don't know. I literally don't know.
No, fuck no. I would not have Mark. Like he doesn't even. I saw Elon hit a backwood.
yeah.
Dude, that's my vote, bro.
Fair enough. You're right. Just off that alone.
Off that alone, bro.
All the sick campaign shirts with Elon hitting the fucking backwood.
Exactly.
That'd be sick.
Exactly.
That'd be sick. All right, last one. Would you rather live 100 years in a virtual prison that is only one? It's only 1 hour of real life, but it feels mentally like you spent 100 years, or 5 years in real prison?
Bro, I've done psychedelics. Give me the one.
Yeah, I'm going the one.
Yeah. Give me the 1 hour.
In the end, if we're gonna go like, if in the end it
I've
does
had bad psychedelic trips. That shit feels like 300 years, bro. That shit 300 years in 4 hours. Give me the give me
and
the
1 hour. 1 hour of real. Like in the end, it's just 1 hour of real time. So in the end, I'm gonna worry more about the real time than whatever. I live 100 years. I might be more wiser.
Like, do you like when you're in the moment? Do you know it's gonna be done in an hour? Or
well, it feels like 100 years. Okay. So like you wake up, like
you're gonna come out of that shit so dope, bro. It's gonna make for a great comedy.
You're gonna be
That's gonna make for great jokes, bro.
Yeah, and it's virtual, so like you could kind of like be wild in prison if you wanted to. Like you're not really gonna get stabbed.
I'm gonna start gangs and stuff.
Well, I can only join one gang, and they're not the nicest gang.
The nicest.
So, you know.
Yeah, I would wild out for that 1 hour.
Yeah.
Like 100 years. But then,
you know how many prison riots
then
I'd
you
start?
feel like 100 years. Yeah. That would. You might come out and be nuts, though.
That's the only
thing, too.
They say prison changes people.
Nuts.
Yeah.
You might go crazy.
Imagine, like, I'm like, I'll see you in an hour, dude. And I come back and you're
yeah.
like, I can't handle the real world, man. I got to go back to prison.
I got to get back.
It's only been an hour, dude. Calm down.
Calm down. Breathe. You don't understand. I had so much more freedom in there. What?
Yeah. I'm doing the same as you. I'm doing the virtual shit. And 69% of people said the same thing as us.
Yeah, because imagine people that, you know, they go to prison for 5, or Bobby Shmurda, for example, right? He was like TikTok when he got out. What is a TikTok?
Yeah.
Y'all got videos on Instagram now?
Wow, I didn't even think of that.
Like, because, bro, society, like, we change really
quick. And
quick.
You can't find out,
really quick in a short amount of time. So imagine 10 years and you get back, you're like, yo, taxis aren't a thing anymore. What is an Uber?
Yeah, dude. I guess you can't even all those things. And here's the thing. Again, it's the virtual reality.
What is an NFT? Just like if you're if you went to jail like 2 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
You're like, what is NFT and Dogecoin and cryptocurrencies? There's more than just Bitcoin now.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how much we just.
Yeah.
Like we just and bro. I know that we're wrapping up, but
no, you're chilling.
Bro, this shit right here. Think about this, dog, and like, so you mean from like human history from the year 1500 until like I don't know, like early 1900s, we didn't have electricity, and then from the 1900s, from 2021, we've literally just sent billionaires into space. And we have cars that drive themselves just in 100 years.
Yeah.
We have cars that drive themselves.
People 100 years ago were like dying of the common flu. Like it was the most dangerous thing in the world. And like now there's like microscopes that can go in people's bodies and shit. Insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, yeah. Well, it's also
like the first car came out when was the first Ford?
Like 1920s.
And it went a max of 17 miles per hour.
Yeah, fucking.
A Tesla goes. The new Tesla goes 0 to 60 in 1.6 seconds.
Which, like, why do you need that? But cool. Like, well, yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Crazy, dog.
Yeah, we're gonna see like, it'll be wild to see
wild
just
shit
even
in
like
the next 5 years.
Yeah, by the end of our life, dude.
Bro,
especially.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It'll be wild, really crazy.
Especially we live to be 80, bro. We're gonna see a lot in that amount of time.
Oh hell yeah, no doubt, dude, no doubt. Just even think of like the first cell phone you had compared to the cell phone now, and that's like I think I got a Razor flip phone in like 3rd or 4th grade, and then now I have like now my iPhone records my podcasts. Yeah, like that's fucking bananas. Yeah, it's really cool.
I love it, but
yeah,
then again, it's like, people just become fucking dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. You gotta find it's a balance with everything, dude. Everything's a balance in life, I think.
Yeah, I feel like there's not a lot of balance within a lot of people that are leaving comments on Chris Pratt's IG because he's
happy his kid doesn't have a deformity. Yeah. How dare you be happy at the health of your child?
I don't feel like those people have any fucking balance
They're
at
psychos,
all.
Bro, psychopaths.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to give you a minute. Plug your stuff. Any shows you got upcoming? Yeah. This will be out. Wednesday. So this next Wednesday.
All right, cool. November 12th, I don't know where you can catch me, but I'm doing the Inferno show. Follow me on Instagram. That's where I post all my stuff at Jordan the Unicorn.
It's in the bio too.
Follow. That's where I post all my stuff. I just booked like a big show on the 20th.
Hell yeah.
Somewhere. They're supposed to send me the flyer today. But if you follow me on Instagram at Jordan the Unicorn, you can catch all where I perform at. I have a mini series called Lonely Black Dude on YouTube. It's really funny, and we're actually in the process of production for part 2.
Hell yeah. Go check that shit out,
guys. Go check it out. Lonely Black Dude. It's 6 episodes. It only takes you like 14 minutes to watch all 6 of them, and it's really funny. It's really good. I'm really proud of the work that we did on that. And that's really all the stuff I want to plug, man. Check out my stuff, Lonely Black Dude, and come watch me do stand-up comedy, because that's my main thing.
Hell yeah. No, yeah. Go follow him. Super funny guy. One of my boys out here in Austin. Bro. Yeah, hell yeah. If you're out here in Austin, I have a show. when this comes out, whatever that next Tuesday date is, I believe it's the 16th. I'm at Parlor Room.
You're working.
And then Orange County people, like I'm coming home the 22nd through the 30th. I already have like 3 dates booked that I'll be able to give you guys. And we got another shop. Yeah, I started in Orange County, like right outside. Did a few LA stuff, but mostly was in the Orange County scene. And I run in case you guys don't know, I run a show out of my dad's barbershop called The Shop Comedy. We've had 40 people packed in there each time. We're doing the third one on the 27th of November. So come on out. It's free. We'll have free drinks, raffles, all that type of shit. But other than that, this is your first time or your 84th time listening. I appreciate you. And most importantly, thank you for letting us be your last resort. See you.
Bow.
This has been a Your Last Resort production.